Hey, what's up guys, Guesser here and welcome back to my channel. For today's video we'll be going through our PvE 10 for the month of July 2021, and I'll be using a pure fire deck for this Rpve 10. And especially for this Rpve 10, I want to do a map preview as this is my first pure fire run, and I want because I realized that this Rpve 10 would probably be the easiest of every single Rpve 10 maps that I played, and I'm going to show you why is that so. Alright, so let me pause the replay now. Why this Rpve 10 is very easy as look over here, the third monument, and this entire row. Yes, this entire row, the second row, for some reason there's no spawning camps at all, and I did not realize this as this was my first Rpve 10 attempt for this month, and it really made things a lot easier. You can even experiment very simple decks, and I think you can probably win this Rpve 10 map. Yes, for some reason it's only the second lane of the entire map that doesn't have any spawning camps, which was why I had very few, in the beginning I had very few enemy troops that would attack my monument. Alright, so without further ado, I think we can get straight into this video. Alright, I'll be summoning the Nomad's Nature Affinity and the Sunderer. The Sunderer will be the one that will attack the first camp by quickly destroying the bandit tent, but because this was my first attempt, it took me quite a while to take down the tent. I would recommend having 3 Sunderers, and 2 of them would use the Sundering ability, which would take down the bandit tent. Two of them using the ability and probably a few hits from Sunderer should take the tent down pretty quickly. I'm gonna fast forward this part because I've failed to destroy the tent. And yes, I will summon the mine to deal damage to the small units. But it's probably more effective if I destroy the tent because new units will spawn. For Rpve 10, new units spawn very quickly. Yep, and I have the mine to take care of the shaman and the rest of the bandit units. My nomads are the one that will defend the first monument. I do not have any tier 1 towers except for the blaster cannon, which wouldn't be very effective to defending against ground units. Yes, at this moment I was wondering why wasn't there any enemy waves attacking from the bottom, which I realized later when I was going to attack the third monument base where there's no spawning camps at all. It's very interesting, never happened before, especially for Rpve 10. Every single base will have a spawning camp. Yes, I'll be summoning the Blaster Cannon and the Pyromaniac, the Fire Affinity. You can use the Fire Affinity Blaster Cannon to deal more damage to the flying units. But I don't have a fully upgraded Fire Affinity Blaster Cannon, so I'll go ahead with the Purple Affinity, which would help deal damage to ground units. Just as I was going to attack, I realized, where's the spawning camp? Then it clicked into my head that that's why there was no enemy units attacking from the bottom. Which makes my life a lot easier. I'll just have to summon more units to take down the camp, the third monument camp, and get my third orb. Firedancers to take down the structures very quickly. These enemy waves that came is probably from somewhere at the bottom, this camp at the bottom here. Yep, quickly build up your monument and summon your Pyromaniacs to defend your third monument. At the same time, build a Shrine of War to gain back your Void Power refund much more quickly. And I have the Juggernaut ready to take down the base because of his Stampede ability. Deals a lot of damage to buildings. And of course, small units because they have 6 of these little units which stacks up and the Stampede can deal damage to each of the units. Ravage to heal my unit. Going to the next camp and killing off all the bandits. Yeah, my Juggernaut would die here. I didn't know that they are pretty easily killed. Or I guess Fire just lacks healing spells at the moment. But they should do the trick. Take out this bandit brute that can paralyze your unit. Yeah, so once done, go to your tier 4 area to get your tier 4. But as usual, the Stampede doesn't deal a lot of damage as compared to most Stampede because Juggernaut's Stampede is nerfed from last time. That was only now it only costs 65 power to Stampede. In the past it cost I think about 100 power. Basically over at your third monument, it's just constant bandit waves attacking. Until you build your 4th op, you should build your defenses here, as enemies will be lured to your 4th op area and you can just destroy all your buildings defending at the other area. Didn't know that there's a Wind Hunter over here. Paralysis is really annoying and its XL counter very painful, the Steel Guards and the Wind Hunter. I have my Comet Catcher to just destroy the base. And Moloch. These are pretty good to tank a lot of damage because of their magic resistance, range and magical attacks. Enemies do 90% less damage. I have my Fire Dragons to back it up. Fire Dragons do a lot of damage because of their Rage. Yeah, Comet Catchers are like the World Breaker guns, can deal a lot of damage to a very big area. You just want to build a few of them whenever you push forward to the base so that you can get more range. Because it only has a 200 meter range, and for the Rpve 10 map it's quite a big, quite a large map. Yes, and they do not have any anti-air. Fire Dragons do good damage. Yeah, Volcano here that I've used similar to the King's Reach Pure Fire. Alright, just use your units to clear all the camps. Remember to cast Unity on your units to enable them to tank more damage, heal them at the same time. The Nature Affinity. I shall put the Frost Affinity inside so that it can take 25% less damage. Slowly kill off the camps one by one. Oh, Slave Master is a little bit tricky because of the ability, the Sandstorm, which blinds your ranged units. Yep, Unity really helps a lot, but I don't want all my Fire Dragons to die, have them to retreat back to the base. Let them heal a little bit. Heal my dragons. Go back to the Comet Catcher. Yes, I was distracted by the base here because of the Bandit Sniper, which none of my towers can attack it or are in range with the Bandit Sniper. Right, let's get rid of the Slave Master and we can get on with the final 4 camps at the bottom. Of course, going back to heal my units first. Right, and let's get on with clearing this large camp Comet Catcher again and killed a lot of the units already. Alright. Let's get on with it. As you can see, there's a lot of units here, so I used the Cluster Explosion. The Fire Affinity, as you can see, it deals an insane amount of damage, and I didn't really need to use the Comet Catcher for this base. I feel like the Cluster Explosion is too overpowered. It's too OP. I built a building so that I can heal my troops. Once they have been healed, we'll move on to the second last camp. Remember to look after your 4th monument at the top and just rebuilding the buildings if they are being destroyed. Yep, Unity to make sure that your dragons do not die. And the Moloch is the one that enables the ground presence for you to cast the Comet Catcher. Yeah, very easy kill for these fire units. Right, we have one more camp, and once I've healed my units and built the Comet Catcher, which I can cast to destroy the base, it should be very easy. There were only 2 bosses in this Rpve 10. I forgot, one of the Slave Master, the other one was the Bandit Lancers or something, the twins. Yeah, it's very simple. There's no like Bandit Walker, no other. The Bandit Ship as well is pretty strong. It's the easiest, the 2 easiest bosses, Slave Master and the Bandit Lancers, the twins. Right, so once we kill the Bandit Sorceress, we won. And that's it for this Rpve 10 map. And by far this is really the easiest because the lack of these spawning camps enables you to move much more quickly in the beginning and push a lot faster. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this pure fire Rpve 10 run, and I'll see you guys for the next video.